And now joining me on WION Newsroom, Adya Juneja, who will take us through the top developments from the world of business. Nikita Singh, who will get us the latest from the tech world. And Athira Sasidharan, who will get us all the updates from the world of sports. We begin by going over to Adya Juneja for the business updates.
Well, thank you, Diksha. From sharp moves in gold and Beijing's push to boost consumption to Boeing signaling process and progress on key aircraft deliveries. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you at this hour. Well, first up, China's largest gold-backed ETFs suffered record outflows, with investors pulling nearly $1 billion as metal slipped from recent all-time highs. Mainland China's top 4 billions ETFs saw total net outflows of about 6.8 billion yuan, marking the second straight day of declines. Retail investors had fueled gold's rally last week amid geopolitical tensions and concerns over the US Federal Reserve. But rapid gains prompted a sharp sell-off. Gold recovered slightly on Tuesday, rising over 6% as dip buyers stepped in. Staying with China now, the country is pressing ahead with efforts to boost domestic consumption. As Vice Finance Minister Lau Min says, building a unified market will help drive growth. Services demand is picking up and authorities are dismantling local trade barriers that have limited spending. The government announced $51 billion in public spending and subsidies and cut interest rate by 25 basis points to stimulate investment and borrowing. Tax rebates on hundreds of products, including solar cells and batteries, will be reduced starting April 1st. Despite these measures, over a dozen provinces have lowered growth targets for 2026, and officials cite global uncertainties, supply chain disruption, and ongoing debt risks as challenges to faster economic expansion. And lastly, Boeing says it expects to start delivering improved 7879 and 787-10 Dreamliners in the first half of this year. The upgrades will allow airlines to fly up to 400 miles farther or carry 5 to 6 more tons of cargo. The planes are already in production and moving through certification, according to Boeing's commercial marketing VP Darren Hulse. Boeing also expects its largest 777X to be certified in the second half of 2026, though airlines may take delivery later depending on operational schedules. The first flight of a production 777X is planned for April, signaling progress on the long-delayed program. Well, that's a wrap from the world of business. Now for all the tech updates, it's over to you, Nikita.
Well, thanks so much, Adya. First up, TikTok has recovered from a brief drop in US users following its ownership change to a group of American investors. Now, data from SimilarWeb shows daily active users fell to between 86 to 88 million, down from an average of 92 million. Usage has since rebounded to above 90 million, suggesting most users return to the platform. The temporary dip benefited rival apps Upscroll and Skylight Social, which saw short-term growth. Now, Upscroll peaked at 138,500 daily users before falling back to 68,000. Next up, PayPal has appointed HP chief Enrique López as its new CEO and president, replacing Alex Chriss after the board flagged slow execution and pace of change. Now, López, who has served as PayPal's board chair since July 2024, will take over the role, while CFO and COO Jamie Miller steps in as interim CEO. The leadership change comes as PayPal reported lower than expected fourth quarter revenue and profit amid weak consumer spending. Now, PayPal also forecasts a decline in full-year profit, triggering a nearly 18% drop in its shares in pre-market trading. And lastly, ChatGPT was back online after a brief outage that affected thousands of users across the United States. Outage tracking website Down Detector said that over 13,000 users reported problems at the peak of the disruption. Reports dropped sharply to just over 300 users as services were restored later in the day. OpenAI said it identified the issue, applied necessary fixes, and is monitoring system recovery. The company added that the actual number of affected users may differ as Down Detector data is user submitted. That's it from the world of tech. Now my colleague Athra would be taking you through some sports updates across the globe. Over to you, Athra.
Thank you so much, Nikita. Here are the top sports stories we're tracking for you at this hour. We'll begin with football first. Arsenal have taken a step closer to winning their first major silverware since 2020. The Gunners defeated Chelsea 4-0 on aggregate to reach the EFL Cup final. Leading 3-2 from the first leg, the Gunners had to wait until the 97th minute to seal the match. Substitute Kai Havertz scored the only goal of the night deep into injury time. Arsenal will play Manchester City or Newcastle in the final on March 22. Arsenal is is now just one win away to claim their third League Cup title. They previously lifted the trophy in 1987 and 1993. It would be a second trophy under Mikel Arteta and the first since Arsenal won the FA Cup in 2020 at the end of his debut season as manager. Over in golf now, players in live golf tournaments will be eligible to receive world ranking points for the first time from this year. The official world rankings said that the rankings points would be assured to players who finish in the top 10. The Saudi Arabia's funded circuit live golf called the news a long overdue moment of recognition, but voiced unhappiness over the limits put on the ranking points for its 57-man field. In all the other 24 men's professional golf tours that are part of the OWG are all players who make the cut on the points. Lastly, in cricket, Delhi Capitals will take on Royal Challengers Bangalore for the WPL title. Delhi secured a place in the fourth consecutive final with a 7-wicket win over Gujarat Giants. Giants posted 168 for 7 after being put to bat first. In reply, the Capitals made a flying start as opener Liz Ali and Shefali Verma shared a 94-run opening stand. Captain Jemima Rodrigues contributed 41, while Laura Walworth's unbeaten 34 guided Delhi Capitals to a victory with 26 balls to spare. Well, with that, we have come to the end of the sports segment. It's back to you, Diksha.
Thank you so much, Athira, Nikita and Nadia for getting us all those updates.